Hey friends, so we are on quarantine day 1. I guess I really shouldn't say quarantine. People are calling it quarantine, but like we're not quarantined. We're just following the rules. So I guess I should say we are on social distancing day 1. My son's school just got shut down yesterday. We were told that schools will be out this week, which next week was supposed to be a spring break. So we're just taking it as not right now, just wait. So we're just taking it as 2 weeks of spring break rather than 1. So typically Mondays are our cleaning day, which I do need to get some stuff organized and cleaned up. The house isn't horrible, but you know, we're going to be here quite a bit in the next couple of days. So we're going to clean up, and then we've got some fun stuff planned. We are planning on making spring break as fun as possible, right, Zeke? We're going to have a party. So we're trying to keep things as normal as possible around here, obviously, specifically since we have small kids. I am 39 and 1 day, I think, today, 39 weeks. So it's a very interesting time for us. I'm excited because I was thrilled to have Zeke home, just get the extra time with him before the baby gets here and things get a little more crazy personally for us. But then just with how quickly things have escalated in the past couple of days, to me, I'm like, well, I think the safest place to be right now is home with our family. Jeremy worked last night. He was on duty, and just when he came home this morning, he had some more sobering things to say about what, just in our small town, already what the, like social climate is and how people are reacting and stuff. It's a really weird time right now. I feel like we went from 0 to 60 in a very short period of time. And so people are irrational right now. So we're going to do our best. We have quite a bit of food. I've got tons of craft supplies, and I'm just going to do my absolute best to make things fun and as normal as possible. And that's all we can do right now. Hold on, let's read the book. All right, we're going to start this morning out with a devotional and a little bit of prayer time to get us started off on a right foot. Right, Zeke? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. Mommy, don't step on my finger.
Okay, sit nicely. Okay, God will make you like Jesus. Has anyone ever said, you take after your mom or your dad? Take after means that you look like someone else. For example, you might have your mom's eyes or your dad's ears, or your great Uncle Alfred's freckled nose and flaming red hair. There's someone else you take after too, God. That's because you were created in his image. He made you like him, not to be a god, but to be a child of God who loves and gives and helps like him. He even sent his son Jesus to show you.
Pray.
Yeah, pray. Good job.
Help the animals to sleep and drink what they need to drink. Amen.
Amen. Okay, Zeke, your turn.
I don't have anything.
You have everything you want to pray for today? Okay. Dear Lord, we thank you for today. We thank you that we all get to be together and have some extra fun time together. We pray that you'd bless our day today, that you'd bless our surprise this afternoon, that you would help us to do a good job cleaning, have good attitudes, and listen and obey Mom. Right? In Jesus' name? Amen.
I want to eat your food.
Hey, gentle. Good job. Okay, let's do vitamins. Hey! What are you doing putting your pasty in the microwave?
Let's get all the stuff out. Yeah! Get the eggs away from Laura. Mama, you're the best.
what cleaning like a toddler is like. You put stuff away, you clean it up, and they take it back out. I've got most of the house cleaned up and ready to go. Vacuumed the kids' room, stripped their beds, put new sheets on, sprayed everything down. You know, I know not a lot is known right now about what's going on, but I'm like, number one, I'm still going to go about my daily routine. Number two, I'm going to do my best to clean, sanitize, everything. Like just, right? I'm like, it doesn't hurt. It's the same thing as like when there's flu season or whatever. You do your best to clean and keep things clean. And so I'm still going by that. And so we're spraying the crap on everything and just getting it all cleaned. So now that we have most of the house under control and I feel like it's, you know, generally pretty clean in here for cleaning day, I'm going to go upstairs and jump in the shower while the kids are cleaning up a quick little mess. And then we're going to get to our big surprise for the day, which is a tea party. I've been wanting to do a tea party with Cece forever. I just haven't gotten around to it. And I was like, well, let's start spring break off with a bang. And so we're going to get all dressed up and we're going to do a tea party. What'd you guys get for teacups? We're gonna have a tea party? Okay, who's ready for some tea party food?
Me.
Do you want some? Hold on, let's have some treats and let's have some sparkling champagne. Here to celebrate spring break. Do you want a cookie? Here, miss, would you like?
Starting to come through. I want a cookie.
Would you like to help yourself to a cookie? Dear sir, would you like a cookie? All right. How about a mini muffin?
I have a muffin.
Okay. Ooh, is that good? Yeah. I would like to say a toast. Ezekiel, I am so glad to have you home with us for spring break. I am very excited to do some... I'm having a toast. I'm very excited to do some fun stuff for these next couple of weeks. Cheers. Gently. Good job. Nice. Cheers. Yeah, is it good? You're pouring it all over. All right, how's it going? Is it good? How's it going, little princess?
Good.
Good. You keep pouring the juice all over. Mm-hmm.
It's a carriage cookie.
Yes, it is. Good job. Okay, sir, what are we making today?
Today we are making pots, but I call this one a teacup because I made it.
To go with our tea party theme, we're going to make a little teacup out of Play-Doh. All right. Could you tell us again what the instructions are, please?
The instructions are you can either do pinch, turn, or pinch, turn, pinch, pinch, pinch.
We've got all the kids down for naps. I'm leaving Jeremy home to supervise. And I am headed out to a midwife appointment because even in the midst of craziness, babies don't wait for anybody and I still need, you know, care and all that good stuff. And this is one of those times where I'm very grateful that I am planning my third home birth and that, you know, my care is all in home, like I'm going to my midwife's home. It does bring me some peace of mind, just that I'm not like walking into a hospital for a checkup or whatever, which I've heard hospitals are taking measures where they're doing like distance checkups or I don't know, something like that. So here we go. I'm gonna go see how baby's doing, which baby's doing fine, but you know what I'm saying. All right, went to the midwife appointment. Everything's normal, but my midwife tells me I have to be done with my baby bump jeans. she said she thinks the band is just a little bit too tight. So she's like, you know, you probably need to start wearing leggings and like sweatpants and stuff like that. And I was like, well, I ain't going anywhere anytime soon. So this is all just working out very conveniently in my favor, I guess. I've got to be honest and say that everything does feel a little bit odd right now. So the birthing tub just came home with me because that's the point we're at is, you know, it should be here and we'll have it set up probably in the next day or two. I mean, I've said this a couple times. I'm not expecting baby. Me, my midwife, we're not expecting baby for at least 2 weeks, pretty much, just given my track record of going overdue regularly. I still have plenty of time. Like, it would be a huge surprise if baby showed up anytime in the near future. But it is pretty, it's strange. It's a little strange, and I think I'm struggling right now because it's a little disappointing, just given the timing, because you want, you know, the arrival of your baby to be very celebrated and like such an exciting time. And I'm like, well, I don't know what things will be like in 2 weeks. Now, we could be almost back to normal by then. I feel like, you know, they're starting to understand more and know more about what's going on. But we might not. We could be in an even worse state than we are right now. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's just weird how quickly things progressed, because just a week ago, I was at an event with friends, you know, and life was pretty much normal, like totally normal. And, you know, I had some mama friends who were like, hey, like, I'm so excited to bring you food when your baby gets here and, like, put me on the meal train. I'm like, well, that's probably out the window, and visitors are out the window, and so it's just, it's an odd feeling for sure. Just, I don't totally know how to express it. I think where I'm at right now, just like emotionally and mentally, because, I mean, I will be honest, yes, there's absolutely things that are concerning to me, that are scary to me. I mean, my husband is on the front lines. He can't not go to work. It's scary. I mean, he comes in contact with so many people regularly. There's a lot of sobering things going on right now, and obviously with where I'm at, being 39 weeks pregnant, it's just very real to me. But I still would just feel so passionately and like deeply that to give in to a spirit of fear, or to just to let like the anxiety and the stress get to me. I mean, specifically with being pregnant right now, obviously that's not good for me. It's not good for the baby. Like, it's like unhealthy for my body. But also I feel like that's when, like, if I can't keep some semblance of normalcy for my family, for my kids, because they are starting to catch on, and ask a few questions, and they're little. Like, they're so little right now that I can't fully explain to them what's going on. And so we're trying our best to use, you know, words that are simple and that they can understand, but also not create fear in them. Yeah, so I'm doing my best just to stay positive, to find, I'm not going to say the bright sides in this, because I don't really know what the bright side in the coronavirus is. But like I mentioned before, you know what? I'm seeing the bright side in the fact that my son gets to be home with me for extra time before this baby gets here, which I wasn't expecting. And I'm like, you know what? That's a huge blessing, because life is about to change again, in the sense of having another little one, and that takes up more of my time, and I know I'm more distracted and stuff like that. So let's see the positives. Let's do our very best to bring some peace and joy and normal life routine, even if we are stuck at home. I'm going to do my best. I'm just going to keep going. I think that's all we can do. The kids helped me take some pictures just now and asked if they could use the letterboards to actually put letters on, because now I Photoshop all my letters in. So they're going to do some letter work while I cook dinner. Hi. Hi. is what it looks like at the moment. I'm trying to be productive and clean out this closet. This is usually my kids' shelf, and so it's a mess, and I'm trying to get better organized. Well, day 1, done. It's just gotten weirder and weirder today as more has rolled out on the news. It's odd. So we're going to do our best over here. I feel like my kids are already feeling it in some ways. They've been very affectionate. Zeke particularly came up from his quiet playtime today and said, "Mom, can I tell you something?" And I was like, "Sure, buddy." And he goes, "Mom, even if the day doesn't go well, I still love you." I was like, "Oh, okay." And Cece's just been very touchy and like telling me she loves me. And it could be, I know kids can sense when like baby is coming soon and like that type thing. So I think maybe we're feeling some of those changes. But I know too, just with having Zeke home from school, I think that just kind of started the snowball effect where, and I mean, of course, we're not talking about it. We're being careful how much we say around the kids, but of course they still are hearing conversation and little bits here and there. And I think obviously they pick up on stress and tension and all of that. So I feel like Aurora's been really off today, especially like tonight. She's just been super out of sorts and fussy and whiny, and so it's just really interesting. But I have, I'm just working really hard to stay positive in all of this and try to do my best even while we're kind of stuck at home or whatever. And so each day I'm trying to plan kind of a fun event or something to do. And tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day. Zeke knew that, so we'll, try to remember to dress in green. I don't really have a craft planned. I'm not sure what to do for that one. I was thinking something to do with like rainbows, pots of gold, maybe we'll make a rainbow picture or something. But yeah, so I'm kind of, my plan is to recoup a little bit every night and just to make a plan for the next day. I have the start of a general schedule for us because I feel like when you go at things willy-nilly, that's when you kind of get more stressed or, you just get lost in things. And so I'm like, I feel like if we have like at least somewhat of a schedule and maybe a pattern, that'll help the kids kind of fall into a routine and just not feel things quite as much. And so trying to keep it normal around here. I hope you're doing well wherever you are and that your heart is doing okay. I know this is an especially stressful time for moms. I mean, I'm feeling it and just feeling some of the tension and just working and doing my best not to give in to fear, because I know if I let myself just become fearful and anxious, like it's going to take me down and I'm not going to be able to function well, and I'm not going to be able to be cheerful for my children and love them well at this time. And that's really what needs to happen. I'm like, I can't have an unstable home for my family any more than it's about to be with, the introduction of a new baby. So I'm working really hard for stability, and I hope your heart is doing okay too. Praying for you. I just keep thinking of all the moms. So I'm like, I know where I'm at. I know how I'm struggling, and just hearing things, and it's emotional as mamas because we're not just looking after ourselves. We're looking after the next generation, and we're looking after these young babies. So my heart goes out to you. I'm thinking about you. I'm praying for you. I will be checking in off and on.